Kentucky, where I was raised, where the wildlife and mountains call my name. I was born to hunt, I was born to guide, a camouflage on a rifle by my side. Just good old country boys chasing dreams in the Appalachian Mountains, field and streams. From those white-tailed bucks strutting toms, the bugling elks that are on the run. Where those dreams are made, the trophies is our game. The TLC Outfitters is our name. The coyotes run all night. It's music to my ears and in my sights. I've got this hunting fever down in my bones. Glad my daddy taught me everything I know. From those white-tailed bucks strutting toms, the bugling elks that are on the run. Where dreams are made, the trophies is our game. The TLC Outfitters is our name. From those white-tailed bucks to strutting toms, a bugling elks that are on the run. Where dreams are made, the trophies is our game. The TLC Outfitters is our name. The TLC Outfitters is our name.
Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. Welcome to On Air and Outdoors with TLC Outfitters. My name is Trinity Shepherd, and as most of the time, we're joined by Matt Woolwine, aka the Great Blue Heron this week. Hope y'all are having a great week, a great start to your week. Hopefully got to get out and enjoy the great outdoors this weekend. Matt, buddy, how's your week going?
Pretty good, buddy. I got inspired this week to change my nickname again to the Great Blue Heron. Thanks to some of that good frog gigging we did the other night.
I'm telling you, man, you talk about a lot of fun. We're going to be talking all about gigging, grabbing, tickling, noodling. I don't know what all these names are, but we're pretty excited to talk about it. I had a grand adventure with Tyler Smith, and I actually had quite a bit of success, to be honest.
Yep. We sure got a mess of them, that's for sure.
Yep. If y'all have not done so, please like and share this post. Get the word out there about all things TLC Outfitters. Man, I tell you what, it's that time of year where a lot of sportsmen. If you're not a fisher person, if you don't fish, if you're not a fisher lady or fisher man, it's a pretty tough time to be able to get outside and enjoy the great outdoors. But there's some adventures out there that we're going to be talking about tonight, and may even see if we can conjure up a special guest tonight. But we're going to be talking about our fishing, our frogging adventure. We're going to be talking about our venture with a couple of guys also shortly after that, as we winter some flathead catfish. Before we do so, I want to talk to everybody a little bit about a couple of seasons that's in that I think a lot of people don't realize. Man, with the cool weather, and this is by far that I can remember the coolest June and end of spring, start of summer that I can ever remember, and I love it myself. But it's got wildlife on their feet, and they're being real showy. I think the cool temperatures are helping.
Absolutely, man. Those mama does, they got them little fawns now, and they're on the move. And you got turkeys, you got them poults, you got rabbits everywhere. I tell you, that cool weather's really keeping them stirring, I think.
Yeah. It can only be short lived. We're not going to have that all summer. Pretty soon, that humidity and them close to 90 and even 90-degree temperature days are on their way, and probably pretty normal. It's just like we talked during winter, how our warm winters are not normal, not the normal way of things, but I'm sure enjoying it. But a lot of folks don't realize, one, bear chase season is in. You've heard us talk about bear. We showed some bear a couple weeks ago on the show here, but the bears in eastern Kentucky are going crazy right now. I mean, everybody you talk to seeing black bear right now, and for me, it's a pretty neat sight to see. We actually seen a black bear, and not in downtown Pikeville, but definitely in the city limits of Pikeville this weekend, which was pretty neat to see. But bear chase only, which means if you got the dogs, you can get the dogs out. That's June 1st through August 31st. Be a pretty hot time right now to try to chase bears with dogs, I'm sure.
Yeah. Even though we're having these fronts move through and everything, it's still that humidity, that water on the ground and everything. That's pretty hard on the dog's nose, I think.
Yeah. Not counting a chance of getting one of those high dollar hounds bit. So by a rattlesnake or a copperhead. Also, July 1st is the curtilage day. So basically, and I don't think, if you're not big into keeping up, whatever,
July 31st.
July 31st.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was July the 1st.
July 31st.
Oh, July 31st.
Paid till August.
I'm wrong. So you can't do anything till August the 1st.
Right. Now, minerals and things, I did read where they don't consider minerals. I did read that, and I could find it, and we could put that on the show. But any manufactured feed is out.
Any manufactured feed, and that's what I was looking at right now. But I'm glad you corrected me on that. So that means that you can't feed. I mean, you can't fill the feeders up unless you're filling bird feeders up or feeders from basically your window from your home where you can view wildlife. That's it.
Yep.
Very good. Very good. So people need to think that used to be June the 1st.
That's right. Yeah, it used to be March 1st through May 31st. You could not put feed out.
Yeah.
And they extended that to July 31st.
July 31st. Get your dates right, Trinity. July 31st. Very good.
Yeah. So anybody out there can correct me, but now I'm 99.9% positive that's what it is. And like I said, I do believe, well, I know I read it somewhere, and we may have discussed it over the phone.
Yeah.
But about minerals for salt licks and stuff like that. But any manufactured feed is out. And once you get on another subject and you start talking, I may grab my other phone there and see if I can look that up and let everybody know where that information is.
Right. And curtilage is an area of land around a house and forming one enclosure with it. That's what curtilage means for those out there wondering. Let's see. That's what I was looking at right now. Anyway, we'll find it here before we go out. We want to make sure that we give everybody the correct information.
Everybody on track, and I'll worry about finding that here in just a minute.
Okay. Yeah, very good. So that's something to look at. We'll get that date here in just a second, but pretty sure it's July the 31st, and that's my bad for not finding out. Also, frog, we're going to be talking about frog gigging here in just a few moments, May 19th through October 31st. And tickling and noodling for catfish is June 1st through August 31st. We're going to be discussing that as well. Also, want to tell everybody, if you've not had a chance yet, to go over to the Kentucky Elk Guides Association's new Facebook page. You need to head over there as soon as you can when you get a chance. It's Kentucky Elk Guides with a S, Kentucky Elk Guides Association. We're going to be giving away a prize pack. We've got the Reveal 2.0 comes with a tree screw-in adapter card and Tacticam Reveal 2.0, which you can either use Verizon or AT&T. We're going to be giving all this away through KEGA, Kentucky Elk Guide Association. All you got to do is go over to the Kentucky Elk Guide page, like and share that post, like and follow the page, and tag 3 people, and you're in. And if you get a scam alert saying we want a credit card, don't do it. Somebody's trying to trick you. We're going to be giving that away Friday. Somebody's going to get a brand new Tacticam, so we're pretty excited. Hey, buddy, guess what?
Oh, a little bit rough with that getting hacked, but I think we got her figured out, don't we?
I think we got her figured out. Hey, guess what? I got a special surprise for everybody.
Uh-oh.
You don't know, do you?
I don't reckon. Hey, the toad. You're muted, buddy.
You're muted.
What's up, guys?
Hey, man.
We're doing.
Hey, we might have frog gigged, but I might have got the cutest frog out of the pond here.
Yeah.
Tyler, man, thanks for joining us on the show. This is our frog gigging buddy right here. We appreciate him coming. Hey, tell the world there who you got with you.
I have got my daughter, Eleanor Charlie Sue Smith. She was born last Monday, so she is 8 days old.
That is awesome.
I want to let everybody know that we went frog gigging Saturday night after midnight. So that would have been actually on Father's Day. We was frog gigging together, and Eleanor come to be with us about 7:30 in the morning on Monday. Is that right?
That's right. That's right.
That is awesome, man. That is awesome.
Outdoors in her blood. That's all.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She I didn't have to ask for permission from her. She's just gonna let me do it. So.
So Miss Eleanor and Mama both are doing great, right?
Yeah, both of them are doing fantastic.
Yeah, man, that is awesome. Well, welcome, Miss Eleanor, to TLC and to the world. We're very excited, man. Congratulations, Tyler.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, man, you ready to talk about some frog gigging?
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
Hey, you need to tell Matt what you told me before the show, what you was going to show up in.
So I originally had told Trinity, I said 7. I'll be on there at 7:50, and so it come about 7:48, and I thought it was a good idea to go find my waiters. And as soon as I was put on the air, I was gonna say, "Hey, I just hopped off a boat off the Atlantic Ocean, got done catching some crabs, and I was scrummaging through my stuff, and I didn't have enough time. I didn't know how much time I had left, so."
So for all of our audience out there, I just want to paint the picture for everybody. So Trinity and we go out and have us a little dinner, and we chit chat and we talk business, and we cut up and we shoot pool and this and that. And then about 30 minutes after dark, we realize, hey, Tyler's coming. We're all going frog gigging. We should probably go get our equipment together. And by that, I mean make a run to get some flashlights and stuff like that. And batteries and headlamps and yada, yada. Because, we basically enter everything unprepared. So we left dinner and we went and we got our equipment stuff. And so Tyler beat us to the rendezvous point. And we roll up, and Tyler looks like he just stepped off of the SS tuna fish boat. I don't know. But it looked like he'd been on an episode of Deadliest Catch. He had waders up to his neck. He was decked out. He had, I think, about 7 different headlights on. And, he had fishing poles and frog gigs, and I think he was baiting them in and trapping them and everything else. I don't know what, but I know one thing: that man came dedicated to catching some frogs on Saturday night. I just props to you, bud.
Don't worry, I've got the pictures and the video.
And it was probably a good thing too, because we found ourselves in a couple of situations where if we didn't have it, we would have been a little wet.
That's right. That's right. We got some people joining us tonight. Gator Paul Shear says, "Hey guys, all the way from down in Florida. Gator Paul, can't wait, man. October can't get here fast enough, brother. Can't wait to get down there." And of course, our biggest fan, my mama, Shirley, says hello. She said, "Oh, I'll take the baby." Very good. If y'all got a comment or got a question, shoot it to us, and we'll do our best to try to answer it. And something I forgot to mention, I want to say I want to give a shout out and another congratulations to our little buddy Hunter Harless, who got his turkey mount back from the spring. He is a turkey killing little fella and a great hunter. And that's our little buddy Hunter Harless that keeps up with us every week. That is a fantastic mount, Hunter. Way to go, man. Congratulations.
Awesome, buddy.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Let's see here. Where do I want to start, man? We've gave the people painted a picture. I think it's time for them to. See a little action. What do you think? Which one do I want to start with?
Preferably not the one of me missing.
Oh, that's where we're starting. Right here. I'm glad
if we might as well get it out of the way.
That's right. Here we go.
Let's do it, buddy. Look right here. Them's kind of small.
Looking at some small frogs there, man. There was a ton of frogs that we seen and heard.
That's right. We had everything from hors d'oeuvres to appetizers to entrees going on, and we might get to that a little bit later. But it was about 52? Was it 52 degrees that night? I believe it got down to.
It was pretty cool, yeah.
It's pretty hard to frog gig when it's that cool. They like to sit up in the grass. Hard to find. A lot of times it stay underwater and it's that cool like. Oh.
Hang on. No, you go ahead, Hunter. Go ahead. All the way down. Tell him that. Don't jerk him up.
Oh,
I thought we was going to have to get a tow truck and drag him out because his waders was going to be full
I'm
of
glad
water.
that GoPro's waterproof.
and the funny thing is, he had a GoPro on there, which we got some pretty good footage. I got some GoPro footage to show tonight, but I think that if it had been up on the gig a little bit more, it would have been a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We work on that, son. It's live and let learn.
You didn't get him?
Miss.
I want you to know how hard I worked on putting you in the
Tyler.
Look.
I had to go buy materials, had to go buy equipment. I stalked you right up to him. I had him blinded. It was all there for the taking.
Look at this one more time.
Look, Michael Jordan, he might have lost some games in the finals, but he never lost the finals. Okay. So I had 11 months since the last time I had gigged. So that was my, I guess
Warm up.
that
Warm
was
up.
what they in golf. That's my mulligan, I guess is what you can call that. So learning experience all over again. As you could tell, went in at an angle that I wasn't supposed to. When you're frog gigging, it's typically straight up above them, straight down.
Yeah.
And lesson learned definitely on that clip.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, it's okay. Keep hanging out with a great blue heron, and you'll learn something, buddy.
if you like this, let's get another angle. Let's get another angle of that miss. I mean, this is a heron's eye view from the GoPro.
But that's a great view. I think you're right though. If it was a little bit further up.
Listen, there's no way. There's just no way. I mean, this is right at the back of this thing. I mean, a perfect shot.
Look. You see that missing prong right there in the middle? I'm no, it's the proof's in the pudding right there. Look, I mean, the whole back of that thing is in between the prongs.
He split the uprights.
Yeah, he felt it. That's all that mattered. Oh.
I just want everybody to know, and I want to put this commentary out there and just let everybody know that no frogs were hurting in the making of this video.
Oh.
Rated E for everyone.
I mean, that's as close as it gets right there.
Yeah.
And listen to this when the GoPro. So the GoPro's going underwater.
That's one of them. That's one of them moss toads. Is what that is. That was one of them moss toads.
And as Matt said, the frogs won, us 0. Hey, here's something funny. Justin Tinsley said that GoPro under the water sounds like Matt's belly.
When I ain't eat for about an hour and a half.
Justin Tinsley from Tinsley Custom Wildlife wanted to know, did we catch enough to feed you?
Hey, buddy, I got them froze in the freezer. We're waiting for a special occasion to cook them up.
Hey, this is off subject. Coming back around. So I texted one of our finest down here in Eastern Kentucky, one of the conservation officers, and I asked him about the curtilage law. July 31st ends the curtilage law, and August 1st. Now, here's to be 100% correct. You cannot bait till August the 1st. And he said, yes, minerals are considered bait, so you cannot place until August the 1st.
So you had right, and I had half of it.
That's right. That's right. So no manufactured stuff outside your window. So You can't. I mean, that's the law. That changed. It was earlier. August 1st is the legal time to put out anything manufactured. Now, if it's an agricultural practice, you're feeding the cows, you whatever, that's different. But you cannot bait or put minnow out to August the 1st. We appreciate Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife and the conservation officers for always helping us out and helping us stay straight with all that stuff.
Legitimate agricultural practices are okay, and also food plots are okay. So if you're putting in effort, you're good.
That's right. That's right.
If all you're doing is cutting a bag of corn off,
you're illegal. Our buddy Nathan Hart said, I'm watching while doing some work around the house. Hunter Harley said, thanks for showing his turkey. Mom says, congratulations, little man. Our good buddy Jason Rohr says, well, hello, guys. Appreciate you tuning in, Jason. Jason does a lot of good work here. He's one of our hosts at the park. We appreciate him. Looks like Taylor Stokes has got eyes on us.
What is that guy doing? Hey, I wonder if Taylor could build an elk out of Legos. That would be the new TLC statue of professionalism. I'm just telling you. Taylor, we need an elk built out of Legos. That man's a Lego building fool, I tell you.
I bet he can do it. Roger Collins says, howdy, folks. Hey, Roger, thanks for tuning in, man. So, Tyler, buddy, you redeemed yourself. I can't let Matt poke too much fun. And I promise you, we got a funny video of Matt coming up here real soon. Yeah.
I don't know. I was 1 for 1.
Out of a kayak.
1 for 1. Let's see. I'm going through these videos here. Let's see what a GoPro hit looks like. Here's Tyler redeeming himself. I think Tyler had the buck acorns on that one. It looked like the end of that gig was a little shaky.
Yeah, he couldn't get his crosshairs just right.
Yeah. When all eyes are on you and you're 0 for 1, it's the pressure was on.
I believe that's the frog that Tyler was super glad that he had his waders on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll show you why here in just a second. I mean, it don't get any better than that.
That's a great. That'd be a cool photo right there. That's awesome.
Yeah. Bam. Hey, did you see that little pull the trigger and kind of pull it to the side a little bit?
Yeah, he didn't squeeze off. He jerked it off.
He yanked it and spanked it. Watch this. Watch this.
Might have got that one in the big toe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Down into about 8 foot of mud.
He 2-pronged that one. I'm pretty sure that one was 2-pronged. Let's see. Oh, right here. We call this shot Tyler's mud frog.
That's great.
Oh, goodness. Tyler's mud frog. Taylor says, supply the parts, he'll build the Lego.
All right. Sounds good.
My mama says she was busy talking. Said that can't feed the birds up. No, you can feed the birds. You can feed around the house and from basically anything you can see from your window. Now that's within reason. I mean, if you live down in where Matt and Tyler live, and it's real flat and agriculture, you can't feed 3, 4, 5, 6, 1,000 yards away from the house. But within curtilage, like you're feeding the birds, things like that, that is legal. You can do that. Thank you.
Songbirds, if you can see them from your window, you're probably in pretty good shape.
That's right. That's right. Man, I love going through this stuff. And listen, all this is going to be on we've almost got the video done. This is going to be the first video on our new YouTube page. Our first outing, I should say. All of our lives go on our YouTube page. Hey, I think it's time to watch Matt in action. What do you think, Tyler?
Run the tape, baby. Run the tape.
This sort of show everybody how
fishing pole.
So
Now he's got the gig.
So Matt had a fishing pole with a fly on it, and he tormented this frog forever. And it's huge frog, and it wouldn't bite. So he traded in the fishing pole for a frog gig. He's in a kayak.
We're just filming in case he flips.
Now, Tyler and I are getting ready to start cracking up, and you'll see why in just a second.
Did you get him?
I don't know, buddy.
So when Matt went down with the gig, instead of going down like we do from the bank, he went in more at an angle.
You're basically eye level with them when you're in that kayak.
So he's trying to maintain contact. If you pull the gig up, the frog's gone. So he's trying to maintain contact to be able to keep the frog down, and all the while he's pushing himself away from the frog. So
when you gig at the bank, you push yourself away from the bank. Your thrusters are going in the wrong direction. So then my gig wasn't extended all the way, so I was kind of short arming it and trying to get a hold of a paddle there where I could get back closer to the frog, but I had to have some assistance. Them boys had to come around there and get the frog from me.
Yeah, and there's the prize. Yeah. And then here's another one that they were able to get to. I think we got 9 altogether that night.
Like I said, we got all the big frogs we saw. Maybe one we didn't get that we showed you earlier, Tyler. But other than that, we got all the big frogs we found. We went to several ponds, but the weather wasn't cooperating with how cool it was. And it's just seems like it's just not as many frogs as there was when we were younger and this and that. But that may just be how we perceive things. I don't know. But that cold weather, I think, really kind of hurt us on racking up a bunch. So everything we got was a big, what I would call an entree. We didn't get no appetizers or hors d'oeuvres. We got entrees, and pretty successful, man. We got them in the freezer. We're going to pair them up with a turtle or a catfish or something like that. And we're going to have us a good old country fry and get together and have a good time. That's what it's all about.
Man, that was a good night. That was a good night. That's a good outing. Kind of step away from everything and enjoy, a time where, it's good and cool. It's nice. I mean, we seen deer. We seen the fawn and the mama. We, turtles. Tyler had an encounter with a water snake, 2 foxes, all kinds of wildlife. I mean, and I don't know if I can say 1,000 frogs, but we heard hundreds and seen hundreds of frogs. Just, we're picky over what we get, and that way we got plenty of frogs always. There's no need in gigging those small frogs because you're not going to get anything from them.
The pond that we went to that had the most frogs audible that we could hear, big frogs, good croakers.
Yeah.
Grass was so tall around that pond, we just couldn't find them. And there again, if it hadn't have been so cool, them frogs would have been sitting out in the water instead of up in the grass. And I think we would have done better, but that's okay. We got what we needed and didn't take a ounce more. So,
yeah, man, I like it. For somebody who has never frog gigged and said, "Man, I've always wanted to try that, but I've never known where to start, or I just don't know about it. It's kind of intimidating going out after dark, being in some of these rougher places." Tyler, what kind of advice would you have for those folks?
I think frog gigging to me is it's a camaraderie type event. It's a lot like dove hunting. You don't have to sit there and be quiet, necessarily. You don't have to be still. You can have a good time. You can joke around with friends. And obviously, if you're going to be around water, it would be a safe bet to have somebody else there with you. So first and foremost, just as a safety thing, I think having somebody there with you, even if they're holding the flashlight, if they don't want to partake or anything like that, yeah, you can do that and just go out there, and it's a learning experience. I mean, I've gigged for years, and the first one I went after, I shanked completely. So it happens, but you gotta get out there and try it at least, and I'm a part of that generation where you can get on YouTube and watch a million videos, but until you get out there, until you do it, there's nothing to really solidify and prepare you for going out there and doing it. Just you can get a basic gig at Walmart. You can get a flashlight at Walmart, and that's really, I mean, I know I had the waders, I know I had the headlamp, everything else. But it's not really necessary. You can frog gig for less than $50.
Yep. And get some really good table fare. They're really good to eat, man. If you like, I don't know how to, I don't want to compare it to seafood, but if you like that type of food, a lot of people, it's a mindset. And if you get past that, we have them on the buffet at the park.
Mm-hmm.
And we just had them on the buffet yesterday, and they're really good. I love them, man. It is fantastic. Gator Paul says, Trinity, think about when you come down, we have frogs. So that's in Florida. Yeah, man, I love to get out from Gator Paul to come home with maybe some gator and frogs and iguana and peacock bass and whatever else Captain Justin Diamond gets us on Florida Bow Fishing Adventures. That will be fantastic. I think, especially starting out, I don't know what the fun would be in going by yourself. It is something, there's so many outdoor things that we do that, you can hunt with somebody, but during the act of hunting, you're kind of doing it yourself. But I don't think it'd be as good going by yourself unless that's all you got. But I really urge people to try to find somebody. It wouldn't be hard trying to find somebody that wants to. And hey, give us a call. We'll set something up for you too. But I really enjoy it. I enjoy being part of it more than I do doing it, and especially the table fare. So, man, you can. It don't take a whole lot, and that's another way to extend your outdoor experience season. Not a lot to choose from right now if you're not a traditional fisher person. So, yeah.
And I don't know if you talked about it last week, Trini, but I think it's a hunting or fishing license.
That's right.
You could have either or, so it's not you don't have to get on Fish and Wildlife's book or pamphlet or whatever. It's it's your hunting or fishing annual fishing license, and you can frog gig.
Yeah. And I'm glad you brought that up. So bag limit is from noon to noon, and it's 15 per person. Possession limit is 30. License needed. Day 1 or 7 hunting license or annual hunting license if taken by gun or bow and arrow, or a fishing or annual fishing license if taken by pole and line. A fishing or hunting license if taken by gig or hand. So you've got 3. You've got you can shoot them with a gun or with a bow. Most of the time we're talking about a rim fire. If you fish for them with a hook, you can. That's a fishing license. Or if you use a gig or catch them by hand, that's a fishing or a hunting license. Very good, very good, Tyler. I'm glad you brought that up. And then I seen something on the line too where they rigged up instead of having a gig, they got a gig pole, but they've got a net that runs up towards the length of the pole, and it kind of gets tighter as it comes up. And they put that net down on that frog, and that frog jumps up in that net, and there's no way it can get away. It gets caught up in the net. Pretty neat too.
Wow.
No way it can get away with it. Absolutely impossible. That's what Tyler knows.
If you
let me test the theory. I'll be a part of the warranty department or whatever. But let me be the one.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Get sponsored by that company. Send me a free one. I'll try it out.
You're our research and development side.
Yeah. I'm here for the people, Trinity.
Small game division.
Yeah.
Matt, Tyler gave us some good advice on somebody who may want to get started. And Tyler brought up something else we covered last week, but we wanted to reiterate what license it took. And this is what the department, I'm right on the department's website. This is what it says. Bag limit from noon to noon, from noon one day next is 15. Possession limit is 30. License needed. If taken by gun or bow, you'll need a hunting license. If you are going to use a fishing pole and line, you need a fishing license. Or if you're using a gig or by hand, a fishing or hunting license will be sufficient. What advice do you have maybe to somebody that's wanting to get started and has always been kind of intimidated, don't know where to start?
Well, I think as I get older, I usually start thinking about things a little bit more logically. It's pretty tough on an old man like me to stay up all night. I'll just be honest with you. I was a whoop puppy the other night because, we hadn't been out frog gigging for a few years. And I used to frog gig. I just can't tell you how often and how much. But, one thing to think about is if you're going by yourself, you need to be safety first. Safety is always number one. Okay. So being out at night around water, by yourself, definitely take caution there. Okay. And a lot of people think of frog gigging, they think of it's a night sport. It don't get good till 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm a firm believer in that. But if you want to go out and get you some frogs, test out that fishing theory. You can fish for frogs during the daylight.
Yeah.
Find you a pond or what have you that's got them big croakers sitting out there, and they'll sit on top of that moss or back in the weeds a little bit. Hit them with them topwater poppers. Hit them with those little topwater frogs in the daylight, and you'll hook you some frogs. They'll attack that just like they would a fly or anything else. So if you're by yourself and you don't want to get out after dark, or maybe you're a fisherman and you enjoy fishing more than you enjoy the gigging part or the grabbing part, take that rod out there. Get you a lightweight rod so that it puts up a fight and you can really enjoy yourself. I'm not much of a big fisherman myself, but I know Tyler, he's got what I would call an ultralight rod, and you catch a big frog on the ultralight, and it'll put up a fight. I promise you.
Yeah, very good. So you guys wasn't in on this, but this is something that I want to get y'all in on. And I had the privilege of going with a couple of guys right after this, and we got to go the department, or what most people call is tickling and noodling for catfish. And basically what that is, Tyler, have you ever done that?
I've never done it, but I've seen it a couple of times.
Yeah. These guys, I mean, they get down and dirty with these catfish under these rocks. You know, probably the two most well-known entities for this would be hillbilly hand fishing and hand and bearing. That's what hand and bearing outdoors. That's kind of what they do is the hand fishing or the tickling and noodling. But I got to go out with these guys. Our good buddy and Nathan Harless, and then PJ Collins. And I see, yeah, I see. And they took us out, man. And you talk about a lot of fun. Now, I didn't get to get in the water, and Matt's already gave me a hard time over this. I didn't get to get in water. We ran out of time. What?
I'm not giving you a hard time. I was just curious if you actually got one. I didn't know. I wasn't there.
We ran out of time.
I wish I'd been there. I can't do it.
We ran out of time. But now these guys know what they're doing. And look here at Nathan. Nathan's already laughing at me. But I mean, it's pretty intimidating, man. I'm not going to lie. I mean, to watch these guys get bit, and these guys has done this all their life, and they get bit, and their eyes are this big around, and I mean, you know, Nathan says, Matt, you need to come next time so we can throw him in.
Hey, listen, Nathan. Listen, weekend trip. We need a weekend trip. Let's set this up. I would love, I mean, absolutely love to get bit. The funny thing is that you got the professionals out there that's got their channels and their shows and all this. And I think she probably weighs a good 92 pounds, Hannah Barron, who gets in there and fights them 65-pound catfish on every show. But yet we can't get Hoghead in there to do nothing. I tell you what, Nathan, set it up for a weekend. This guy right here will be there.
Yeah.
And I bet Tyler will come too.
I'll do it.
He talks a lot of smack until he gets his arm bit, and then he's like a little sissy. I can't wait. Hey, let's watch these guys in action right here. Let's watch these guys in action.
Where's the biggest guy? Put your leg in. I've got my legs in right here, but yeah.
PJ's in the water. Nathan's on the rock there. I'm going to fast forward just a little bit because now here's kind of how they explain it to me. Most of the time, these rocks has got sometimes two entrances or an entrance and an exit. So catfish are on the nest, and they can tell by the hole under the rock, the entrance under the rock, whether it's been cleaned out, whether fish has kind of blocked it off. I mean, man, the science behind it, the biology behind it is amazing. And these guys know what they're doing. They can listen and hear these fish under these rocks because these fish will thump these rocks. It is unbelievable, everything behind it. He just got bit. Did you see that?
That's me right there.
Let me rewind that just a little bit. Watch this. Watch Nathan on top of the rock. Watch this right here.
It's usually where he goes and hides. Right back there in that corner.
He got bit.
That's me right there. All right. How big did it feel? It thumped the rock.
He just said it thumped the rock.
Let me see if he's right here next to the hole.
He's got to be.
Now,
He can't come out.
they have these grappling poles at different lengths that's got
Right here he is.
Find him.
I think I did.
It's got hooks, and they'll grab that
I didn't feel like
if
big.
they're way back and they're farther than their arm, so they can try to get them to them so they can get a hand in them.
No, I know what I'm feeling. Feeling that.
Let me go back in this.
I felt him. Yeah, he's in here.
You feel him?
I felt him. He just.
Do you need me to block a hole or anything?
I got him.
You got him.
Can't tell how big he is.
Sounds like good.
Pretty good.
You ain't gonna be able to get him out of there, are you? Totally redeemed.
It looks to me like he's pulled him out of the grass.
It's hard to get him out right there.
When they pull them fish out from the rock, the fight's on. Most of the time they got the net around there and they try to pull them up and straight into the net. Nathan had one that wallered him pretty good this day and got away from him. Get it. Woo! Oh man. And here's the product of that.
So, Trinity, how like this fish right here? About how big is that fish?
Nathan's on here. Nathan can tell us exactly how big that fish is. That's I mean, to me that's a big fish.
Pound or
Do what?
is it a 20-pounder or a 30-pounder? I have no idea.
He said 10 pounds. That's a 10-pound flathead. Yeah, flathead catfish. Very good.
Did you all keep any of the fish or did you release them all?
No, they kept them. I think they caught 5 that day and they kept them. Flatheads are, I mean, great eating. I think they're better than the channels and all the rest of them. So Nathan cleaned those up, filleted them for us. Here's another one that we'll watch. This is in a little bit deeper water. These guys will dive. These guys will dive down for these and work these fish. Can you imagine being in 6, 7, 8 feet of water and grab a hold of a 10-pound, 12-pound catfish or even smaller? I mean, the fight's on.
Out to where you can't get it right now. I've got my whole body up underneath.
Are you all on public access right here, or is this private?
Yes, this is public access. Yeah.
There's a rock.
Oh, hey,
It sticks out right here, and I can't get back in that chamber.
Philly,
So they're teaming up on this rock,
he hit it. And I didn't.
and they've got two. They got 2 ways. If you don't, you could run the fish out the other side.
This rock is double rocks, and there's like a shelf in there. So.
And there's rocks there. They know this place so good that there's rocks that you can't even see, and they know exactly where they're
I
at.
only need
So
single it if I can get my arm in there and turn it.
this is decades worth of experience doing this stuff. Nathan and PJ's dad's done this, and pretty awesome.
I'm interested, buddy. I'm interested.
Decide and see if I can get turned back in there.
Well, I started it over.
Let me get my hand in his mouth.
So he's found him.
He's thumping.
No, it may not be a channel. Oh no, I can't get my hand around him. It ain't that big.
You need the net. These guys come out of the water, looks like they've been in a cat fight, man. Their arms up and under them rocks, and
Yeah, you mean that.
them fish biting them. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
That's flashing. That's big though.
Good.
That's pretty awesome, man. At the end of the day, there you go.
Looks like some good eating to me is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Chef Harless is going to fix them babies up for us this week, and we're going to eat on them. So pretty interesting, man. I mean, just a privilege to be out with those guys. You know, those guys have got. PJ's been on the show before. I call him Dr. Deer. He's got stuff. They've got stuff down to a science, working thermals and everything. The catfish and everything they do is that way. I had no idea everything behind the hand fishing or the tickling, noodling, grappling, whatever you want to call it. But it's amazing to watch these guys work, and just a huge privilege for TLC to be able to tag along. And guess what? That's going to be our second episode on our YouTube channel. We're pretty excited. So
awesome.
Absolutely. Nathan did tell me that around the first week of June, as soon as it comes in, that's the best time to get out. Season's June 1st through August 31st. You can get, when season first comes in, you can get the flatheads and the channels. We didn't get any channels the other day, and they say that the channels bite harder than those flatheads. It's like a pair of vice grips biting down on you. So,
well, listen, I know I'm going to ask a question and he can answer there, but all the rain and storms and stuff that we've had here recently, that water level changing, how does that affect them catfish?
He can answer that for us.
Yeah, let him answer that, and we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
That's because that's got to change the water temperature, the water level. I would think that, and there again, I'm not much of a fisherman, but I know we talk about barometric pressure a lot, hunting and this and that. I don't know if barometric pressure affects fishing or all this, but we've had that big low basically sitting over Kentucky for a long time now. That's why we've had all these storms and things. And I'm just curious about how good it would be today compared to when you all went, middle of the week or whatever.
Yeah,
I'll let him answer that.
You got some people that will, they'll pin those on a map or something like that, and they'll, there's some people that go completely submerged, and they're down there for seconds at a time. So I know those guys were above water each time, and do they do that as well? Because I mean, if I'm gonna do it, I want the full experience too. If we're gonna block a hole and go in and we got to be submerged for 10 seconds or whatever and fight a fish. I mean, that would be really cool. And you see it on those channels that you all talked about too, the Hannah Baron and all those types of channels. They're going fully submerged sometimes too.
And these guys did the other day. That'll be on our YouTube episode. I mean, these guys are diving down and I mean, they basically know every little, and it's amazing, and that's the thing about getting somebody who knows an area, who's been, at it that long. I mean, they would say, well, over here's this place, and there'll probably be 2 or 3 fish in that. I know there was one hole we went to that I think it had 3 fish in it. Let's see what Nathan says right here. He said if they are already nesting, it doesn't affect them, but they nest at around 70 to 78 degrees. The cold rain changing water temperature will make the fish not bite as much and not as aggressive.
So does that mean that later in the year, come August, that they would be more aggressive? Is that what you're telling me? I mean, I would think the water temperature would be a little bit warmer.
Yeah. They won't be nesting.
Yeah,
they won't be nesting. So the first part, the way they explained it to me, now all I know is what I gathered the other day from them. So this is their knowledge. So in the first part, in June, in early June, and this is what Nathan said. Nathan said they nest for 14 days. 14 to 16 days, he says. So in the early part, they're nesting and the females are in their own nest. They basically make the nest. The female and the male enter together, and the big females are in there. And then later, after she lays the eggs, she'll leave, and then the males will be on the nest. Yeah. Thanks, Nate. Appreciate it, man. Yeah.
Keep me in mind, Nate.
Who knows? It may not be over with, buddy. You may need to come up. He may say you need to come this weekend. I don't know. It's holiday weekend, though. be tough. I hope everybody's going to enjoy and be safe this weekend. I guess this is what everybody will consider the 4th of July weekend coming up, even though 4th is on Tuesday.
I know a lot of places that are shutting down Monday and Tuesday, so it'll be a long weekend.
Yeah, sure will. Well, guys, man, exciting to kind of relive our frog deal there. Tyler, what look here. My boss making me work all weekend. That I can't believe that egg sucker. What a boss. That's sorry right there. It's bad. What kind of boss would do that to somebody, right?
That's right. I think one wearing a green shirt right now is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Hey, guys, what's your plans for the 4th? What are we going to do, Tyler? I know you got that baby and excited, and this is going to be a special time. What y'all got planned?
Yeah, well, I'm off this whole week to spend time with her, and in between sleeping and feeding schedules and everything like that, I started getting my trail cameras set up, doing batteries on those, put corn out, just try to get an inventory. I was actually driving down the road and took a picture of 2 twin fawns. So I this time of year, I'm not interested in the antler growth because they still got probably a whole nother month to go.
Right.
I'm interested in to see how many fawns have survived, throughout this whole summer, whether that be, the coyotes or, just natural causes. Hay season, unfortunately, sometimes that they can get taken out by that. But I just try to get a cool inventory, and my wife likes to see the babies, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see those on camera. This time of year for me, I'd rather see those than the antlers for sure.
That's right.
Tyler, don't get too quick now on putting out that corn. That curtilage law change, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
But July 31st, so don't get too quick this weekend now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, just get it ready.
Get it ready. Yeah.
Them cameras out, but be careful. That's a new law and a new date change, and I know a lot of people's not used to it. So
yeah, I got the cameras place that I'm going to put it up at. There's a long standing scrape, and I believe that they'll hit a scrape all year long, whether it be through the rut or whatever. But I usually put it right on there, so hopefully I can get some pictures of some fawns on camera.
Yeah, man.
Yep. Matt, what's your plans?
Well, buddy, unfortunately, I end my 44th trip around the world tomorrow. So, or around the sun, I guess. But
you stealing my thunder.
Yeah. Well, I just want you to know that my mom called me this morning before I was out of the bed. And she said, "Happy birthday." And I mean, it blew my mind. I was like, oh man, my credit card's payments due on the 27th, and now it's my birthday, the 20th. I thought I missed a payment.
That's funny.
But anyway, I guess I turned 44 tomorrow, and if y'all remember that good commercial with Icky Woods, he's standing there at the deli trying to get his deli meat, and they make him take a number, and of course his jersey number was 44 when he played pro football, and so he said, "Woo, 44, ladies, that's me." So tomorrow, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm doing my little Icky Woods shuffle and yelling, "44, ladies, that's me."
One step closer to 50, buddy. I'm telling you, where's time go?
Oh, man, I know. It's, like I said, them long nights is getting hard on you.
Yeah. Well, buddy, happy early birthday.
Yep, and then I'll just probably listen to a bunch of fireworks off in the distance.
Yeah. Yeah. Better put those dogs up.
I'm literally thinking that right now. Go get TJ's dogs and put them up.
That's right.
That's why I
Well,
heard some banging, and I was like, "What in the world's going on?" And I couldn't tell that it was fireworks, but I believe that's probably what it was. It's some big boomers going off, and it not even dark yet.
Yeah, I'll tell you you're right. Well, fellas, can't thank you all enough for coming on tonight, being with us. Thanks, Tyler, for everything. Thanks for showing us that little bundle, man. I'll tell you.
Thank you all for having me, and thank you for letting me show her. She'll be ready. She'll be right there for all gigging. It's just like holding the flashlight for your dad, changing the oil in the truck. You know, she might be holding the flashlight on a frog for me one day. So.
But I hope you're a lot easier on her than mine was on me. Lord have mercy. There's a lot of truth behind that. Was you the kid that held the flashlight for your dad? Yeah, that was me.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that it's more important to hold the flashlight right on a frog than it is when you're changing a tire or something. So at least maybe she'll have her priorities straight if she can learn how to hold the flashlight right on a frog.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. Well, guys, Mama says happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Guys, appreciate you all tuning in. Appreciate you all tuning in, man. I hope you all have a great week. We will probably, Matt, we're going to do a 4th of July show. We probably need to change the dates next week, don't we?
I don't know. We'll know in a day or two.
Yeah.
You can post in a day or two.
Yeah, it's fine by me, buddy. It's fine by me. No better way to celebrate independence than with on air and outdoors.
That's right. You got that flag right there behind you.
That's right, man. Appreciate you all. Hope you all have a chance to get out. Be safe this week, folks. Slow down and enjoy what God has gave us. Remember, if you want to know the Creator, look at the creation. What a beautiful creation He has given us. We appreciate you all so much. Try some of these things. Get out there and frog gig. Find you somebody to go tickling and noodling with. You know, in all things, just be careful and have a great holiday weekend. We'll see you back here next week on air and outdoors with TLC Outfitters. Y'all have a good one.
Eastern Kentucky, where I was raised, where the wildlife and mountains call my name. I was born to hunt, I was born to guide, a camouflage on a rifle by my side. Just good old country boys chasing dreams in the Appalachian Mountains, a field of trees. From those white-tailed bucks strutting toms, the bugling elks that are on the run. Where those dreams are made, the trophies is our game. The TLC Outfitters is our name.